You know, I was with the chip machine this morning and they just restocked. I can't believe how many new products they've been adding to the machine. Do you know how much an average bag of chip costs in America? Well, it's
How
low enough
much?
for me to get 20 of them all at once. I tell you what. And I always get at least 40 at a time because I just love me some vending machine
Yep.
chips.
You got to
It's
get
the
that
greatest
Funyuns,
thing
the two
on
for
the
50 cents
planet.
deal.
Exactly, Dusty. You know what I'm talking about. I live and breathe for them
Loud and
vending
clear,
machine
brother.
snacks. Not the raisins, however. The raisins are such strange things. What are those?
Honestly,
What
though.
are what?
Looks like something on my foot I would need to remove in the summertime.
Exactly. That's precisely what I was talking about, Dusty. What were we talking about again? Oh, right, the vending machine chips.
All right. Well,
Oh
hello,
boy,
hello,
oh
hello,
howdy.
everybody. Hey there. Oh, gosh, it's just amazing to see your little faces on my video screen. You know that? I tell you something, there's nothing that makes me more happy than to be here working with all you lovely people. Chuck, my friend, how are you doing today?
Well, Quinn, I am doing well. I must say, it was strange, really strange, coming into work without you being here. Kind of like watching an episode of Matlock, but there's no Andy Griffith on the show.
Oh, Chuck, that's just so kind of you. I am doing well as well, okay? I'm not sure what that means, but I do appreciate the energy that you seem to be sending to my location. All right?
Hey Quinn, it's so lovely to see you today. You know, I saw your montage series on the TikTok channel last week. And
There, you know what? Give me one moment. Okay, sometimes I like to keep my window open, but there's some disrespectful people in the community and their vehicles are just a little too loud for my precious little ears to handle. I'm gonna go ahead and close this here window if that's all right with y'all. Is that okay? That okay?
Take your time.
Mighty fine.
Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate that very much. Okay, and it's just like that, it's done. Okay, so you were saying, Flo, I'm so sorry, I never meant to interrupt you. I never want anyone to feel like they're not being heard. You just go ahead and continue what you were saying.
Oh, it's fine, Quinn. I was just welcoming you back. You know, it's lovely to see you today. And you know, I saw your montage series on the TikTok channel last week, and I just have to say that it warmed my heart. The story you shared about being an observer and how you love and how the way you love yourself influences the way other people love themselves. It was truly an inspiration.
Thank you, Flo. All right, I love you. You're over here on my screen. I love you and I love me too, okay? All right, you know, I heard you were doing some solo content for the company. How's that going?
Oh, well, you know, Quinn, this is my first time getting to do a confessional. And I must say, it was quite liberating to share my story, especially in a fuller context than I have been able to in the past. And not to toot my own horn, but I think you're really going to enjoy this one.
Hey there, Tam. This is Dusty. You know, I happen to know a thing or two about tooting horns. See, I used to work in a junkyard, and there were always lots of horns to go around. And you'd be surprised how unique each of them are. Some of them are real loud, like honk, honk. And then there'd be these little cute tiny ones, horns, that give you a little beep beep. And every now, those were the kind you were most likely to find in a mini sedan or a Miss Butcher. And I know this here is a business meeting, but if anyone has any questions about different horns and how they sound, well, I reckon I'm your man. You just hit my lines anytime. I'll give you my number.
Wow, that is truly fascinating, Dusty. Hey, I recently heard about something they call a cyber truck, and I'm hoping I can get one in a couple of weeks. You know, once that raise Quinn promised me kicks in. Any chance you know what a cyber truck sounds like, Dusty?
Oh, for sure. That would probably be more of a beep, boop, beep kind of sound.
Well, all right. Well, I appreciate the energy y'all are bringing to the table today, okay? You hear, I just want to take a little moment to reconnect with y'all, seeing as how you haven't been able to speak to me in over a week, okay? I just love the colorful nature of our little office, but I want to go ahead and get into the potato pop of today's meeting. But before we do that, Just want to go ahead and do a little roll call.
Oh, Quinn, are you okay?
Yeah, Quinn. You left a note last week saying that you were fine, and we were all like, "Well, okay," but now I'm not so sure about that.
I almost dropped my notes. I gotta take the roll call. Oh my goodness. Team, I appreciate you. Okay, appreciate you for checking in on me, but I have to share a lot of news with y'all today. But first, I'd like to get through the roll call. How'd that be? Okay, Chuck, you here?
Here.
Okay, amazing. Flo, how about you?
Flo is here, ready to go, Quinn.
That's what I like to hear, all right. And how about you, Dusty?
Why, there isn't a place I'd rather be, sir.
Oh, Dusty, thank you so much for being here. All right, now as I look around the room, I can see we are missing some people from the team today. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm going to go ahead and call their names out. Those other team members who seem to be missing in action. Okay, let's see here. Gwen. I haven't seen Gwen. Okay. Gerald. No, nothing on Gerald. Okay. Let's see. How about Yolanda? Anybody seen her?
Oh, I haven't seen Yolanda in quite some time. Dusty, do you have something to say about Yolanda? I swear you were talking about her recently.
Sir?
That check out actually. Yeah. What's that? Yes, Dusty.
Forgive me if I'm talking out of turn here, but I do believe Miss Yolanda is no longer on the team.
What? Oh,
You know what, Dusty?
She's been gone for a while.
I think you're right. Okay. As a matter of fact, I don't even know why I tried to do roll call. Only one of us who was ever any good at it was Donna. Well, she just can't be here today. Okay.
My heavens.
What? Donna.
That's right.
What's wrong?
Donna's.
Is she gonna be okay? Are we ever gonna see her again? What happened to Donna?
Physically, yes. Okay, Donna is fine. Okay, but it's with deep sadness that I have to inform y'all that she is gonna be off. She's gonna be away from us for the foreseeable future on bereavement leave. Okay, we will see her again. Just we don't know when.
Oh, Quinn, your heart must be so heavy right now.
Oh, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, she left me this letter. She's been talking about how she's going through all these different things and she's changing as a woman. All right, and I just want to be there to help her through all this. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, we all know how in love you and Donna are. I've never seen anything like it. And I know what it's like to be in love, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is what you and Donna have is very special, Quinn. And I know what it's like to feel lost. And I also know how important it is to have someone by your side when the going gets tough. I'm sure she'll get through it with all your love and support.
I know. But it's like I'm reading this letter where she's working on herself, okay? You know, like Gwen used to say, to do all those weeks when she has those articles that go popping up on our blog each and every week, okay? She just lost her husband about 16 years and she's thinking about the ways in which she's got to change in her life, okay? Things that she's never done before, she's thinking about doing. And I just want to be there for her. But when I read this letter, okay, I'm a little confused because at the end, right before she signs it, okay, she's at the end, she says, "Leave me be." And I'm just trying to figure out, what does that mean?
Quinn.
You know something? There was a time not too long ago when someone I loved was going through some tough times. I always did everything I could to let her know she wasn't alone, that she could always count on me to be the support she needed. And it wasn't an easy journey, sir. It took some time before we made it out of the woods. You know, as I look back on that season of my life, and I think about all the things I did to show her support while she was grieving, I just remember thinking, I love her so much. I love her so much. I love her more than anything in this whole world, maybe even the junkyard. And that still rings true to this day. But I can tell you something, sir. As willing as I was to give her all the support I thought she needed, none of it meant anything unless it was something she was open to receiving.
Oh, I understand. It's like when you take away your dog's favorite food and then he doesn't want to eat the new stuff or play with you anymore. So then he tries to run away.
Wow, Chuck. You know, you almost hit the windshield with the crowbar there. Except mine was a female dog. I loved her with all my heart, but she would rather go to live in the woods than accept my love and support. And that's just something I have to live with. Does that help, sir?
Yes. Of course, it's not quite the same, okay, or comparable by any stretch of the imagination. But okay, I suppose it's just the thought that counts here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull myself together now. Okay, so I gotta go home with the hard stuff. But what I really love about this office is that we get to have fun here. Okay, building relationships and changing lives, and yay. But okay, now where were we? I'm gonna go back through my notes and just did a little roll call. Yes, okay. I was hoping that I was gonna be able to do this another day, but I guess there's ain't no time like the present. Okay, no, I done gonna get myself another job.
Another job? Well, that's just some wonderful news, Quinn.
I know.
Well,
What is it?
What's the job?
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Tell Dustin.
Well, I'll tell you. Effective today, I am no longer the general manager at KIRUNIVERSE.
what?
Well, they respected that.
I have
does
accepted
that
a new
mean?
offer where I'll be serving as brain manager. Okay. Now, this is not a role that I'd ever dreamed of until it was presented to me. Okay. And after doing a little trial and error for the last few days, okay, giving them a little video content and whatnot, I have decided that it is the best decision for me to take this role going forward. Okay.
Wait. Does that mean you won't be working at the office anymore? Who will be our new leader?
Well, Quinn, that sounds very exciting, and I hope you will certainly be missed at the office. I would, however, like to get some clarity about my raise before you transition out.
Yeah, I agree. I just put down a payment on a new Tesla. Plus, if you're going away, I think we should have a great big going away party in your honor. Taquitos and all. Quinn, this new raise will certainly help me with that snack budget since we lost our sponsors.
Okay, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm a little confused here because I'm not leaving the office. Okay. I'm just getting a little emotional. All right. And I'll be here to lead the conference call week over week. Okay. Every single week. I will be here to lead the conference call, of course, unless I'm not here. And I will be here to work with Donna from HR. We will be working side by side. You hear me?
So you're not going to another company.
No. Why would I would never leave to go to another company. No, I would never leave to go to another company. And are you insane? Oh my goodness, I almost had a heart attack. Okay, don't ever say something like that, Flo. Don't ever say something like that. I am KIRUNIVERSE team until I die. Okay. What's that they say at the junkyard, Dusty?
Right until the wheels fall off. It usually doesn't take that long because it was a junkyard.
That's the one. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just so excited to be serving in this here capacity. Last week was my trial for the company. I did some short form video content and I was running the blog and the newsletter schedule. I even took on some producing for the credits on the show. Okay. I'm really digging deep and getting a handle on our strategy for this here brand. And as we move forward, there's going to be some updates here at the office and in our online presence. Okay, if you see me acting different in the days and weeks to come, just know that I am learning some new things. Okay, it's called growth. All right, and there's one thing I want to introduce you to is our new liner, our new one-liner for the brand. Okay, I want you to repeat this after me. We are champions.
We are champions.
We are champions
Of self-exploration.
Of
of
self-exploration.
self-exploration.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, now I know my brother was here last week and they had a lot to say about what's been going on at this little office. Okay, I want to assure you that we will continue to improve both internally and externally as we be moving forward, and we're placing a deeper focus and commitment to the journey of self-exploration as we go ahead and do our different content experiences and events and productions. So we're just going to have a lot of fun. Okay, we're always committed to having fun. Everybody knows fun is our top priority, but we just need to make sure that we're focusing on getting stuff done. Whatever needs to get done needs to get done. Am I right? Okay. Okay. Last week we pitched to the launch of the Determined. Oh my God, my words. If it's not one thing, it's another, and I'm just not going to be getting emotional today. Okay. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Chuck. Okay. Last week we pitched to the launch of our Determined discussion series over on Clubhouse for artists and entrepreneurs. Okay, we have our producers from our upper management team. That is the big wigs at the company, right? Okay, we got KIRU, we got Abbey Brown, we got Jocelyn and friends. Okay, they're running that series. I was not able to attend that room in Clubhouse last week, but I heard it was a packed house. All right, a real packed house. Okay, but something that I want y'all to know is that as we move forward, I want to be able to understand the real impact that's being made here from our brand at KIRUNIVERSE. So we can leverage that energy, okay? Want to be aware of it so we can leverage that energy to bring some of our weaker points up into strength, right? Like on social media, for example. Flo, I know you're working hard in the sales department, but I want you to start doing something different, and you're not going to believe me when I say this, okay?
Yes, Quinn?
Yeah, I want you to reach out to less people.
I'm sorry, less people? Did I hear that correctly?
That's right. That's right. I want you to reach out to less people. I'm going to talk all about this initiative at the next meeting on Monday when we go over the details of the marketing report, and you're going to understand why, okay? But for right now, I just need you to know that you've been reaching out to way too many people when it comes to our sales initiative, and I think you need to reach out to less, okay? How many people did you reach out to this week?
Well, let's see. It looks like I sent out about at least 25 initials.
Okay. Okay, you know what? Let me get my pen. I'm going to go ahead and do some, say 25.
25.
Okay, if you say it again, I got to write it down again. So it's just 25, am I correct? Yes, okay, great. Okay, you know what? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that number, divide it by 5, okay? And that there is going to be your new assignment for outreach in the next week. Does that make sense?
Okay, sure thing, Quinn.
Amazing. Okay, and as for additional media exposure, our CEO has made it clear that we need to make a bigger splash. Okay, if we want to make some news things happen, some headlines, we're going to have to make a bigger splash in the pond. Okay, we want to bring some attention to our brand. So first things first, Chuck, I know you have an affinity for all things media. And even though you've been serving as our fearless protector in the security department, I want to go ahead and give you something a little different to leverage your passions in a new way. How'd that sound?
Well, you know me. I'm always up for new experiences.
That's the spirit. Nope, I almost called you Flo. Okay, I was looking down at that square and I got myself all worked up, but I know who you are, Chuck. Okay, I might have not recognized you without the Chips Ahoy, but I know who you are. You are my best friend. Okay, that's the spirit. That's what I like to hear. All right, I'm going to go ahead and send you a link to our drafted website for the music festival. And I want to get your opinion on it before we move forward with the process of publishing this thing to the public. So I'm going to need you to follow up with some in-depth notes, okay, on what you do and don't like about the viewing experience. How'd that be?
Oh my, I certainly never expected anything like this. Why, I was happy serving as a security guard for this office, and now I'm just feeling all kinds of blessed.
All right. Quinn, I got to tell you something. You're doing a mighty fine job, okay? As my friend Dusty would say, you're doing mighty fine, okay? Pairing these folks up with assignments that speak to their communicated passions and whatnot. Stuff that great leaders are supposed to be doing in the world, okay? Okay. There's not much time left, so I'm not gonna cry.
Mighty fine.
That's right, Dusty. That's right. Thank you so much. I was actually just about to come to you, okay? You know what? Recently you wrote me a letter. Remember that?
Why, yes, I reckon I do, Mr. C.
It's just Quinn. Anyway, Dusty, I just want to say how much I appreciate you for writing to me, okay? Especially when you didn't have to, you know? I once had an uncle, and he used to say, Quinn, you should always strive to give people their flowers before the day they die, okay? While they're yet still living, give them some. Have you ever received some flowers? I just got these in the mail the other day, okay? I don't know what they are or what purpose they serve or why they were being sent to me, but it makes me feel special. Okay, you know what? And I just want to say thank you, Dusty. Since we don't really know when and if Gwen is going to be here, okay, I just want you to know that there is going to be some space for you to do some writing. And I want you to know it's some content that's going to live on our blog and our LinkedIn. It's about the power of self-exploration. It's really industry-focused content, but we're going to have a little personality imbued in there. How's that sound? Is that going to be something that might interest you, Dusty?
Why, Quinn, sir? That does indeed sound like a job for Dusty. Sweet as I'll know. But if I'm writing on the blog, who's going to manage the accounts?
Well, that's easy, okay? With all the cuts to the team members and the payroll, you're going to have some extra time on your hands. And I know how much you appreciate having yourself busy day in, day out. So I wanted to give you something that might be better suited for you. If it's not in the accounting department, we got this whole new strategy coming into the season. And I figured this would be a good assignment to give to you, okay?
Mighty fine, sir. Mighty fine.
All right. Well, there's one more big announcement. Okay, before we go, the KIRUNIVERSE team, I want to let you know, KIRUNIVERSE is going live with the marketing department, okay?
Going live?
Yeah.
Quinn, that sounds exciting, but I thought we were already doing that with the radio show on Instagram Live.
Flow. I'm gonna need you to catch up with the times, okay? We are canceling the radio show. We're already replacing that with something else on the Instagram's live. All right, we already talked about that. I already sent you a brief about this whole new thing. It's called Design Days, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. KIRUNIVERSE marketing team is going live. We're gonna be on Clubhouse on Mondays starting May 31st, okay? We're gonna be going over to Clubhouse where I will be walking the general public through our entire marketing report, okay?
What?
Then,
What?
yep. That's right. As I ponder, okay, the idea of how we could better support our audience of artists and entrepreneurs, I got to thinking, what is one thing that everyone wants that no one's been given to them all this time? And the answer was simple. Behind the scenes look at all the things.
I know you're usually off for the game plans, but I'm not so sure about this one making sense.
Okay, but it does. All right, Flo. How valuable would it be if you think about this? How valuable would it be if you saw another startup, okay, running its marketing department, and you got to see how it builds all of its plans, okay? Especially if they had a similar niche to your brand, right? That's super valuable. And we're running out of time here, okay? And I'm thinking that maybe we could discuss this another day, probably next week. But we will be moving forward with this room, okay? And I already ordered the designs from the design department.
Excuse me, Quinn.
Yes, Chuck.
You said there was going to be a new clubhouse room where you plan on sharing our weekly marketing reports with the general public. What's the name of this room going to be?
Ready to win with Quinn. Okay? No more questions. Y'all be easy. Peace.